Hello, Sunshine Yogis. Today we are going to have a quick energizing practice to get you amped up and ready for your day, the holidays ahead. It could be a good wind down too at the end of the day or after a workout. We will want to have 2 blocks. So I've already got mine set up on either end of the mat. And we'll get started standing. So come to the center of your mat. And let's just take a moment to arrive in Tadasana, mountain pose. So you want your feet to be underneath your hips. Lift all 10 toes, spread them nice and wide, and then press them down into the floor. Start to feel a really nice connection through the soles of your feet, this kind of waking up earth energy as you begin to root down. And then build your pose from the bottom up. So pull some energy up from the earth. Just feel your shins kind of wake up, your kneecaps get a little bit of a lift. Feel that engagement of your quadriceps. And then just let that energy rise up the tailbone through the length of the spine, all the way up through the crown of the head. Go ahead and close your eyes if you haven't already, and just gently turn your palms open. Activate your fingertips, take a little pull through them so that you feel some space being created along the length of your neck and the tops of your shoulders. Broaden your chest by just rolling the front of the shoulder heads back and feeling an open, spacious quality across the front of your chest. Breathing, excuse me, in and out through our nose. Coming right into our breath. Taking this moment to unite our body and our mind through the observation and the intention of breathing consciously. Nice full breath in. Imagine that breath can travel past the lungs and deep down into your pelvis. And as you exhale, just trace the breath as it leaves the body, feeling your navel drawing towards your spine and that emptying out quality as the breath releases through the nostrils. Big breath in. Think of that breath 3-dimensionally, not just opening up the front body, but also the side bodies and the back body. Breathing out, exhaling and contracting, pulling everything in. Breathe in a nice sense of calm on this next inhale. Just centering yourself here. And breathe out peace, letting that feeling of calm and peace and relaxation just wash over your body. We'll ease the eyes open here and just begin straight away syncing up our breath and our movement. So take a breath in and sweep the arms up and overhead. You'll take your gaze up as well. Fingertips can meet. And on the exhale, bring the arms down, flipping the palms away from you, and just let your chin drop towards the center of your chest. Good. A full breath in, nice and slow. So let the breath match the movement. Looking up, tapping the fingertips, and exhaling, pressing the arms away, nice and straight. Letting that chin drop towards the chest. Last time, let's bring the arms up. Feel the shoulders starting to wake up here. And then exhale, a nice release, the arms down and chin to chest. This time as you inhale, just come up all the way with the arms, but look forward. And as you exhale, lift up onto your toes, bringing your heels off the mat. A little bit of a balance challenge here. Full of wobbles for sure, but don't be discouraged. If you fall out, just come back up. Big breath in, reach for the sky. Exhaling, the heels drop down. We're going to twist it to the right and bring our arms to a T. So try to square your hips as much as you can. Let the rotation come from the belly. Inhale, come through center, back up and onto the toes. Exhale, twisting left, same thing. T shape with the arms. Pull that left hip forward. Inhale through center, high on the toes, waking up our feet and our ankles. Exhale, twist, and this time cactus the arms, the heels drop down. Squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back. Inhale as we rise through center, up and onto the toes. And then exhale, twist and cactus to the left. Heels drop down. Take a breath in, last time, up onto the toes. Reach, 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 reach. Stretch the front of your feet. And then exhale, bring the hands back behind you, and let's find a clasp here. Draw your shoulder blades together and pull your knuckles down towards the floor. Lift the center of the chest, maybe even look up. Beautiful stretch for the chest here. On your exhale, bend softly into the knees and bring your rib cage to your thighs as you fold forward. Shake your head out. Keep lifting the shoulders away from your ears. They're going to want to sink down in this position. And then maybe bend into one knee and then the other. Just take a little bit of movement here. Big chest opener. If this is too much for you, you can certainly grab opposite elbows or simply let your arms dangle. If you have the bind, really try to press the palms together. And then we're going to bend our right knee and drop our right shoulder towards it. Turn the chest to the left and send your arms to the right. Big side stretch here for that left outer hip. Twist and then inversion. Lots of cool things going on here. Breathe as best as you can into it. On the exhale, we'll fold forward and take the other side, bending the left knee. Try to drop the front of the left shoulder. Keep your right leg straight, and we're going to twist open to the right. Sending the arms to the left. Breathe into that deep stretch. I know I'm feeling it right here from my glute. Down the outer band there, my hip stabilizing muscle. One more breath in. Good. Exhale, release. Let everything go. Kind of get floppy here. Soften the knees as much as you need to. Maybe take a little half turn from side to side, releasing, releasing. Good, and then fingertips to the mat. Take a halfway lift, straighten out your spine. And as you exhale, that right foot is gonna come back and we're gonna pivot to the long side of our mat. So open your toes and draw your heels in like little ballerina feet. Bend into your knees and bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen your spine, so point the crown of the head forward and the tailbone back. Engage your inner thighs muscles, and then push down with the hips, on the hips to rise up, bringing the chest up. Good. Take a little kind of pulse from side to side. Just getting into the hips here. If it's first thing in the morning, you're probably a little creaky, right? Even at the end of the day, you could be a little bit creaky or certainly stiff. Nice. Now place the hands onto the thighs right behind your kneecaps. Sink down and really work on aligning your knees right over your ankles. Good. So take as wide a stance for that to happen. You're going to lean forward and drop the right shoulder towards the center line of the mat, and you're going to actively press that right inner thigh away. Turn to the left. Look over your left shoulder. I love this pose. We're opening up that right inner leg, inner hip. We're getting a nice spinal twist, and we're opening up the shoulders at the same time. So really nice triple header here. Good. One more breath in. Try to drop into it a little more. Exhale as you come back through center. We'll switch sides. Left shoulder drops down now, turning to the right. Actively press that left inner thigh away. Keep your hips low. Feel that beautiful rotation of the spine. A nice little massage for the internal organs as well. Good, deep breath in. On the exhale, come back to center. Now let your arms drop, your hands drop down. We'll crab walk to the top of the mat and step back to plank pose. So plant your hands so that the wrists are underneath the shoulders. Bring that left foot to meet the right, and then firm up your body. Drawing tailbone towards the heels, pressing the heels away, keeping your thighs lifted and your belly button engaged, lifting up, Look out slightly past the top of your mat and push into the hands. There should be a little sense of protracting the shoulder blades on your back. One more breath in. This takes a lot of effort, so congratulate yourself. Exhale, bring the knees down, keep the toes tucked, and press your hips back towards your heels. A nice stretch here in child's pose. Kind of crawl the fingertips forward to lengthen out your side body and breathe into your back body. Good, and then keeping the hands where they are, look forward. And as you come up, inhale, drop the hips and pull your heart through. The toes are tucked here. This is a modified cobra pose. On the exhale, we're gonna round it back, chin to chest, bringing those sit bones towards the heels. And we're gonna move like this, again, syncing up the breath, inhaling, bringing it forward, melting the hips down, lifting the heart, and letting your shoulders drop down your back. Exhaling, contract your navel, chin to chest, and round it back. Let's do two more. Inhale, come forward. Oiling up our hips, our shoulders, opening up our chest, and giving our spine a nice articulation here. One more time, inhale. Open up, we're gonna stay here. Now see if you can lift your kneecaps off the floor. Drive the heels away, big stretch from your belly button all the way up to your collarbones. Breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your core muscles to pull you back. And then take a few moments here, either moving or in stillness in your first downward facing dog. Push down into the hands, lengthen your spine and elevate your tailbone, lift it up towards the sky. Find your heels and try to encourage them closer to the mat, bringing the legs to straight. Wrap your upper arm bones in towards you. So those triceps, wrap them in towards your face and really anchor down through the thumb and the forefinger, energizing the inner arm. Good, take a deep breath in. Let it go with a ha and shake your head out. Good, let's bring the right leg up, reach it up high. Bend the knee and let's open the hip. So turn your right armpit down, square off the shoulders, press evenly through the hands, and let this be about opening up that hip, lifting that right knee. Good, now thread the right knee underneath you over to the left side, roll on to the left heel of your foot, and see if you can extend your right leg out to the side. Kind of hovering here in this variation. Good, Shavasana. Inhale, come back, three-legged dog, reach that leg high. On the exhale, step it through up to the right thumb and bring the back knee down. Woo, we're feeling warm, we're waking up. Rise up, arms up and overhead. On the exhale, shift the hips back and straighten your leg. We're gonna airplane the arms, opening up the chest. Inhale, bend into that knee, sink the hips forward and down. Exhale as we take it back. Last one, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to the mat. Plant that left palm, lift the left knee, and let's turn open to the right. Twisting here as we stack our arms. Pull the right hip crease back and drive that left heel away. Good, now follow me, take a breath in, and as you exhale, that right hand is gonna come inside the right foot. We're gonna spin the left heel down again, press your knee and your shoulder towards one another, and then open up to the left side of your mat, lifting your left arm up. Tuck your right sit bone underneath you, pull it back towards your left heel. Take a nice breath in, open up the chest. On the exhale, release the hands down, crawl them towards the top of your mat, push off your back toes and come into an L shape with both legs straight. Here's where you can use the block. You can place your hands on the block for a little support to lift your chest. Really firm up both legs, kind of scissor them together energetically. Flexing that top lifted foot. Take a deep breath in. And then on the exhale, hands to the mat, you're going to cross your left ankle behind your right. Coming into this forward fold with a little more active stretch for our glutes and our hamstring and our IT band. Do your best to line up your toes and to bring the soles of the feet flat to the mat here. Woo, breathe in. I'm feeling it. Breathe out. Beautiful. Lift up. Place your hands to the mat. Step that left foot. So unwind that one first to the back and then the right for plank pose. As you breathe in, rock forward onto your toes. As you breathe out, lower slowly to your belly, elbows close into the ribs. Rise up on the in-breath, finding cobra pose, light on the hands, and then exhale, lower down, and make your way back to downward facing dog. Take a deep and full breath in, right down to the pelvis. Exhale it out with a ha, and let it all go. Good, left side, now lift that left leg up. Bend the knee and let the hip open up. So you're stacking your left hip on top of your right and encouraging that left knee up to the sky. Remember to press evenly through the hands and to turn that left armpit down towards the mat. Good, one more breath in. On the exhale, you're gonna thread your left knee underneath to the right, roll onto the heel of the right foot and float that left leg over to the right side. Opening up, flex the foot, breathe in, feel the wobbles, I am too. Breathe out, three-legged dog, right hand to the mat, that left leg lifts, take a deep breath in. Exhale, step it through, left foot to left thumb, and the right knee comes down. Rise up on the in-breath, coming into your kneeling lunge. On the exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the front leg, and airplane those arms. Maybe you pull the left toes off the mat. Inhale, shift it forward, sinking into the hips, lifting the arms. Big stretch into the front of your right hip here. Exhale, beautiful hamstring opener in our little half split here. Good, inhale as you come forward once more. Exhale, plant the hands down, right palm to the mat, right knee lifts, let's twist open to the left. Rolling your rib cage around, stacking your shoulders, taking your gaze up if you can. Activate your back leg by pushing that heel away from you. Big breath in, turn a little more. On the exhale, left hand comes down inside the left foot, spin the right foot down, and then anchoring shoulder to knee, knee to shoulder, roll open to the right. Should feel really good. Really strengthen that back leg, push into the outer edge of the back foot. One more breath in. On the exhale, the hands come down, crawl them forward, spin onto the ball of your right foot, and launch forward into your L shape. Again, the block is there if you need it. Scissoring the legs, firming them both up, trying to create that 90-degree angle with your legs. Good, breathe in. Pressing firmly through the standing leg, pressing through the sole of the lifted leg. One more breath in. And then on the exhale, hands to the mat, let's cross that right ankle behind the left as we take our forward fold here. Woo, let it go, feel the big stretch on this side. Hello glutes, hello IT band. Give them a good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greeting. Good, one more breath in. And then on the exhale, lift up just enough. Send that right foot all the way to the back. And this time we're gonna spin and turn to the long side of our mat. You'll wanna pigeon toe the toes this time. Take a wide stance. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. And then rooting through the left hand, let's twist open to the right. Bring that right arm up. Press into the outer edges of your feet. And a little half bind here as you bring the back of your hand to your sacrum or wrap it all the way around to that left hip crease. Rolling open that right shoulder.
Going a little bit deeper here. One more breath in. And then on the exhale, we're going to release. Replace the left hand with the right. Turn from your navel as you spin open to the left. Rolling your right ribs underneath you. Taking that half bind on this side, either to the sacrum or to the hip crease. Opening that left shoulder by rolling it back. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Nice work. Release from your twist. And now bend into your right knee, keeping that left leg straight. Coming into Skandasana. This is a wonderful inner leg line opener and also a place where we can practice our balance. We're balancing on the heel of our extended leg and foot and on the toes of our right. Maybe you take one or both hands to your heart center. Trying to sit upright, rooting through those toes, right? Appreciating our foundation, feeling that connection to earth. If you feel like adding a little twist, you'll take that right forearm and hook it in front of your right shin, and then use that as a little lever to open up as you twist to the left. Oh, so nice. Good. Let's release that down. We're going to pivot towards the back end of our mat. Here's our block. We're going to launch into that L shape one more time. So rooting down through your standing leg, finding your core center, and this time maybe taking it into warrior three. So you'll lift your chest, so chest is in line with your hips. Everything with the legs, whoops, stays the same. If you fall out of it, just find your way back in. Taking hands to heart, perhaps. Opening up in any way. Good, release it down. Step those left toes all the way to the back. We're gonna pivot and drop into Skandasana at the back of the mat, or the front of the mat, excuse me, other side. So your right toes are lifted, right heel is anchored down. You're on the ball of your left foot. We're going to try to balance here. Nice. Notice how this side maybe feels a little bit different. Wobbly, maybe more. For me, it is. Good stuff. All right, if you'd like to take that twist, go ahead and thread your forearm in front of your shin. Wedge it there and open up. Reaching towards the sky, turning the chest open towards that opposite end of your mat. Nice deep breath in. And then on the exhale, we'll go ahead and release, pivot back towards the top. There's your block. Let's go ahead and launch into that L shape to start. And either staying here or transitioning into warrior three. So we want to make a T shape with our body as best we can. Chest and hips lined up with that back floating heel. Hands in prayer, or maybe extended forward or back. Your choice, or supported by hanging onto the block. But one more breath in. And then exhale, hands come down. That right foot joins the left. From here, we're going to heel toe the feet out a little bit wider than the hips. Bend the knees and drop down for our Yogi Squat. So let your elbows find your inner knees. Press your palms together and really squeeze and push so that those knees start to broaden and open wide. Let your tailbone drop down and let your spine lengthen. Close your eyes here. Come into your breath. Oh, nice hip opener here. This is kind of a essential pose for those of us who do a lot of sitting. This really helps to counter that. Good, one more beautiful breath into those hips, the deepest breath you've taken today. Let it go. Nice, and then let your hands come back behind you. Go ahead and lower the sit bones to the ground. And place your feet on the mat with knees bent. Extend your arms forward with the palms facing one another. Tuck your chin to your chest and take a slow roll down to the floor, keeping your core engaged, really targeting each bone as you release it down. Good, draw the knees into the chest. And then relax the feet to the floor with the knees bent. Reach with your fingertips to see if you can find the back of your heels. And make sure that your legs are parallel to one another. We don't want them too wide or knocking into one another, but just like railroad tracks. And then we'll go ahead and push into our feet and lift our hips. So curl your tailbone up, scoop it towards the sky, and then lift the hips as your weight begins to shift to the shoulders and grounds through the feet. You can imagine you have a block between your thighs. Give that a good squeeze, keeping those thighs parallel and rolling in and down. Really feel the nice expansion through the hips here after all that hip work we just did. A nice stretch for the hamstrings. Go ahead and press into your heels and lift your toes and see how that might change the pose for you. Maybe activating those hamstrings a little bit more. Chest is lifting towards the chin. Knees are drawing away from you. Lower the toes and now press into the toes and lift the heels. See how that feels, a little bit different. Good, and then drop the heels down and slowly release yourself to the mat, one vertebra at a time, a nice easy roll down. Beautiful, bring your knees to your chest, give them a good squeeze. Nice, and then feet come wide to the mat, and we're just gonna windshield wiper our knees from side to side. And then let both knees drop off to the right. Pick up your right foot and place it on top of your left outer thigh. Turn your gaze to the left. You can bring your arms to cactus or straight out. Any variation here, you could also grab opposite elbows overhead and breathe into this little extra stretch we're getting here for the outer hip IT band, as we're also getting a beautiful rinsing of our spine as we twist here. Let your breath start to slow down a little bit. Noticing how you've created more space in your body. Noticing how your mind is a little brighter, perhaps. A few less cobwebs floating around. Good. Bring your chin back towards center. Release that right foot to the mat. Draw the knees towards center and then drop them off to the left. Picking up that left foot and dropping it on top of that right outer thigh. Turn your gaze to the right. And just let the magic happen here. And that nice extra stretch into our outer hip. Letting our shoulders melt to the floor. Our internal organs getting a nice little massage here, and our spine benefiting from the twist. Even out your breath, nice and steady. Spinal twists are always the best medicine. Draw your chin back towards center, and then unwind your legs, bringing both feet to the mat. We'll hug both knees in, give yourself a good squeeze, and go ahead and lift your forehead up to meet your knees. Hugging yourself into this little ball shape. Take a breath in, and then exhale to lengthen out to come into Shavasana. Drawing your arms well away from you with the palms facing up. Letting your feet just open wide. Relaxing your shoulders to the mat. Eyes are closed. Let your experience draw inward. And try to minimize the outward distractions. Drop into your body. Let yourself fully relax here. Taking advantage of all the benefits of our practice as they integrate into this final resting pose, Shavasana. No attention needed to the breath other than just letting it breathe right through you naturally, organically.
Give yourself permission to get nice and heavy here, sinking into the floor. And you're welcome to stay here as long as you would like or as time allows, but try not to skip this pose. Even if you just have a short amount of time, do your practice and then finish with some quiet time. Shavasana, meditation, whatever it is, to let everything kind of sink in and absorb. We'll take our arms overhead, big full body stretch here. Reach in both directions. And gently draw the knees into the chest and bring yourself upright. You can take a moment if you'd like to bring your hands to heart center. I know I like to close my practice this way, just as a way to bring closure. And dropping my chin to my chest, bowing towards my heart, allowing my mind to take a second seat to the heart, and trying to lead from my heart space always. Bring the thumbs to the third eye center and let's bow to the light within. Namaste. Thank you all for joining me today on my YouTube channel. I hope that this practice will serve you well anytime you need it, and enjoy the holidays. Look forward to more videos like this in the new year. Thank you.